What's up, guys? I'm back with another video, basically highlighting, in my opinion, one of Lamar Jackson's more underrated traits, which is his pocket feet. I think we already are aware of how spectacular his legs are, and the spin move in Cincinnati, things like that. We can see that and immediately recognize that we're watching something special. But something I think we take for granted because we watch it basically every week is how he uses his legs to get out of pressure, extend plays, and out of structure, meaning when a play is broken down, he basically will dodge defenders in the backfield and make something out of nothing. So I just wanted to highlight that. I hope you like this. Please like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I hope you enjoy.
Really impressed with what I've seen from the rookie back.
Second down and 9. Look out for Johnson. Look out for Hubbard. Here comes Atkins. There goes Jackson.
Out physically as a defense.
Williams is down on a knee.
That's why I want to see Baltimore play action. 2nd and 8. That was Beasley limping on the sideline. Nice nifty move by Jackson. Fakes with the head and kicks.
And Jackson steps away, steps into it, complete for the first down. Mark Andrews to the 9-yard line.
We're back to find you. And Lamar Jackson, great job there. Bosa was all over him, stepping up hard in the pocket, keeping your eyes down the field.
In that division going against him, Greg Williams. He was the defensive coordinator at the then St. Louis Rams. As Jackson's able to get away from a sack and tuck it under and take off. What a run. Scramble by Jackson.
Watch him step up right here when he's about to get hit. And then Jackson takes off and uses that rare gift.
You're obviously trying to get the first down. I don't think it matters to get 4 yards. 3rd and 9. Able to get out of trouble. Stiff arms. Derwin James. Down if they get down in this game. And you were right on. 3rd and 1. Jackson somehow is able to escape and pick up a first.
Arizona rushing just 4. Jackson nowhere to go. Going to use his legs.
In 10, Baltimore will go empty. Jackson. Spin. Jackson keeps the play alive. Jackson stumbles across the 10. Jackson gets out of it. Jackson lets it fly across the field. Juggle. Oh, Willie Snead. He's got it. First down, Baltimore. First down for the Ravens at their own 30-yard line. Jackson steps, spins. Oh, a shovel ahead for Mark Ingram. The other side.
There's Brown, single coverage on the outside.
Shotgun. Jackson out of the pocket. Jackson trying to run for it. Jackson avoids, spins, he's in, touchdown! Lamar Jackson.
Back-to-back first downs, one of them caused by penalty. Jackson dodges the trouble and is on the run. To the outside, gets a first down across midfield.
Well, and even on 3rd down here, now they get tight coverage.
Jackson dips to the outside, looking for first down yardage.
9 defenders, press coverage on the outside, deep safety in the middle of the field.
Down for Baltimore. Jackson from the gun. Hangs in there initially, now runs. Jackson, the zigzag rivalry. So we had to work hard to make it one in their mind. 2nd and 10. Jackson avoids it. Jackson trying to get to the outside and could not get around. This is 2nd and 5 now for Baltimore. Ravens are driving down by 3. Jackson, stutter step, cut up field, creative. Wow.
Edwards back there. Blocked by Stanley on Lawson.
Where he can run for it.
Or he can do this, right? Look at him. Getting the block from Snead.
Clock's going to run out.
But the clock is down to 0.
Edwards is lined up as a receiver, and here is Jackson eluding the defenders, and he'll have a first down. And there you get an example of Jackson pushed out of bounds. Have the Ravens where they want them. 3rd and long. Jackson nearly bobbled his snap. And running, and Jackson is going to get the first down and more. Still elusive and finally falls. Jackson takes off, has the first down, and more. Lamar Jackson tripped up by Thompson, and a huge gain.
There's none like him in the world.
Second down and 6. Good block against Clowney by the Ravens. Jackson is nowhere to go except a first down. What a magician he is with his leg.
You don't get that physicality during the week, so the first time you feel it, you know, you're shocked by what they do.
Hey, and there is Jackson carrying it on the fake handoff and gets the first down.
I mean, how?
How about that?
Seriously. I mean, how do you ever get that?
Stephon Gilmore, South Carolina.
Jonathan Jones, Auburn.
Here's Jackson, tries to slip away in camp and is able to get it away. This will be the 12th play of the drive. Rolling out. Jackson stops on a dime, slides past Van Noy.
2nd and 6. Keeper. Jackson. He got tripped. It didn't matter. Jackson slips down the sidelines, his footing in balance.
Well, he puts his hand down, but does his knee touch as well? Nope, it keeps off the ground by about 3 inches, and then the accelerator.
Completed 6 straight passes. He's now 7 of 12 for 79 yards and a touchdown. Jackson stepping up, breaks away. There's the cut. And Jackson brought down.
Now, he's stronger than you think. Watch him pull away from Blackson right there. And then the balance, and then the dynamic.
Has completed his last 11 passes. Uh-oh. That fake off the stutter step. Lamar Jackson. Jackson still going. Oh, remarkable.
No incredible spin move here, but he didn't need it. Watch, he breaks the tackle right there, merciless. Makes another miss. Acceleration, pulling away from tacklers.
Got to go down for the ball, and then he gets free. Splits everybody, and look at this. Action Jackson still rolling and then getting up and coming just short of the goal line.
I think the first thing we're going to notice, watch these two guys inside. They're going to open up. And when you get a rush lane that wide against this guy, you can forget about it. The Rams have got to close the rush.
The ball in his hands, he runs it truly like a running back.
On first down on the fake, Jackson looking to elude 49ers, doing it pretty well. Up to in the pistol now. Jackson has run it every time out of this formation. He does it again. He makes a great move. Jackson to the outside where he shoved out of bounds.
New set of downs for Baltimore to work with. Shake and bake. Jackson, the acceleration, and Jackson takes it to the 25-yard line.
Even for 28 minutes, controlled. And now Jackson and the Ravens. He flips it to the end zone, and it's pulled down. What a catch. Andrews again. And what a play by Jackson, off balance, able to unload it with players all around him. Ingram lined up far to the left. Jackson. Oh, he's able to slip away. They had him. Would have taken him off the field. Jackson able to maneuver past a couple of defenders and pick up the first.
Trying to work quickly here. Jackson from the gun. Jackson steps forward and will run to the outside. Jackson turns the corner on Evans for a first down. Session of the second half, a long one for the Ravens. Jackson, shotgun, rush. He gets around it. Jackson trying to get there. And he's right at that line. Brown is back in there for Baltimore. Shotgun on 2nd and 17. Jackson on the move. Jackson breaks to the clear. Jackson turns on the speed and a somersault.
Seeing his growth already here in the first half.
9 in a row for Jackson. Jackson in trouble, gets out of it. Jackson looks. Another sideline toss.
Keeps a fresh back in there to attack the defense.
Ingram in, 2nd and 7. Jackson on the move, looking for a block. And will dart his way down to the 19-yard line. Cunningham makes the stop. It's a pickup of 10. And another first down.
Yeah, he said there was no hesitation on his part.
1st and 10. Jackson will take it himself. Look at him go. There he is. Slippery as a raindrop, and he's out to the 40-yard line and taken down by Hargraves. 14-yard carry.
Robbins next to Jackson. There goes Prochet in motion. Jackson
Throws on the run, looking end zone for Andrews. He's got it. Touchdown, Baltimore. Third touchdown of the season for Mark Andrews. So the fake punt.
Realizing that it's third down and you're going to have to try a field goal attempt. Mark Andrews just runs all the way across the field.
Jackson perfect on that opening drive. Now back to work again. Off play action all day to throw. Jackson making the Giants defense work and now making them pay as he's got a first down in the Giants territory. Here's Jackson, design sweep for the quarterback, slips the tackle, first down for Lamar Jackson. Isaac Yadam had him dead to rights. You have to root for somebody to beat him when that somebody just happens to be Dallas. I'll leave that up to Giants fans to the side. Jackson in some trouble and under pressure, throws to the sideline, and Gus Edwards makes the catch and gets shoved forward. He's still on the move. Edwards all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The magician that is Lamar Jackson finds Gus Edwards, who barrels free of contact and gets a big play.
Jackson trying to escape and run for it, and he's got it more. Lamar Jackson down the sideline. Will they give it to him? They will. Touchdown, Baltimore.
The Ohio State rookie, J.K. Dobbins is the back. Sent him into the pattern. Jackson bouncing off his own men. Sets up, fires, and the pass is incomplete. Dropped there by Dobbins. He had him. Dobbins couldn't hold on.
Now watch this. He's going to scramble around. The ball's going to come loose. Now he goes, you know what? I can't run. How about if I throw it? I'll get it back. All right, there's the laces. No problem. And then it's dropped.
Side view mirror in there as well. Look out on a bad snap. Jackson scoops it up. Still able to make the play out of bounds, hitting the official as well. It's incomplete. Second down, 19. Four-man rush. Jackson escapes. Flag is down, though. For the moment, he will have picked up a first down, but the flag is down where you normally get a hold right at the midfield stripe. Jackson dancing, gets out of trouble, looking for the first down, has it, plus 2 more yards. Lamar Jackson weaving his way out of trouble. Needed 13.
Second down and 7. Fake. Lamar wants to throw for it. Now he'll scramble out of trouble. Why go north-south when you go east-west first? And Abram will bump him out. Easily able to pick up the first down.
Trying to be part of the solution.
Here's 3rd and 6. Lamar under pressure. Crosby nearly got him. Jackson will throw. Back of the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. Hollywood hits Las Vegas.
I watched the Raiders in practice on Saturday. They did exactly this with Marcus Mariota. They had him run around, extend the play, and they wanted to plaster on receivers downfield. They practiced this all week, but you cannot prepare that's been decimated by injury.
Everybody says it'll get done. Here's Jackson trying to step up. He'll take off. Has the first down.
So watch these 2 rushers up the field. There's nowhere for Lamar Jackson to sit here and try to throw this ball. He has to escape. He has to pull the eject button. And what
field goal range for Justin Tucker. Lamar's going to run out of there. Able to stay on his feet across midfield, across the 40. And down to the 37-yard line. Right there. Field goal range.
They played 2 deep coverage here. They take John Abram out. And when you do that, it leaves open lanes for Lamar Jackson. To your point, Lewis, they didn't want to just sit in 3 deep zone. They come with a changeup. Yeah. Lamar sees it and burns him.
It almost looks, you know what? I wonder if it really was cover 2 or they just loosened him up and just said, hey, look, when that number 3 starts screaming down the field.
3rd and 4, 3 wide against 5 defensive backs. And he throws, he's up in the air as he throws it to Hollywood Brown. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson.
Watch the movement from the safeties. One will come down and one will go back.
Jackson looking to run it himself. Jackson with a flag down, picks up the first. 1 for 18.
Jackson chased out. Lamar throws across his body, deep looking for Watkins, and he almost had it.
From their own 10. Lamar trying to escape doing Lamar kind of things. He'll run away from Muhammad and pick up the first down. There's some pressure. Jackson able to escape for the time being. And Lamar Jackson trying to run away from some people. Still on his feet. Nobody more fun to watch than Lamar Jackson.
Number 89, the tight end. Jackson with all kinds of time. Now on the move. Pulls it down and he's going to run with it. Dodging tacklers all over the place. And diving forward. Jackson with time. Lots of time. And he's going to tuck it and run. Got a blocker in front of him. To the sideline and out of bounds. And enough for the first down. So much about 1st and 20.
Thing to them is open, especially Lamar running the football.
Rolling away from the pressure. Across his body. What a grab by Rashad Bateman. Setting edges is going to be huge with the running attack in this game. Jackson taken off. And Lamar Jackson weaving into Minnesota territory. A gain of 11 in a first.
Jackson. 3rd and 16. Jackson is forced out. 2nd and 3. Jackson avoids the sack and then throws low to Duvernay. And a flag comes in at the end, and it lands on him.
Made the big play on this drive. Now 3rd and 10. Whole bunch of Browns coming after. Jackson trying to keep it alive. Put it up for grabs. And it's a touchdown! Andrews! Wow!
Not only does he beat the blitz, but at the end of it, his arch nemesis, Myles Garrett, comes over and shakes his hand. I know he said that was unbelievable. What are you going to do?
Division right here. Jackson. Clowney corkscrewed away from him again. Garrett chases him, but Jackson takes nothing. On hand here. 2nd and 9. Jackson with a 14-yard completion to Freeman. A 1-yard run by Freeman on 2nd and 9. He's going to keep it, and he's going to go right through that Pittsburgh defense.
Time they scored in the first quarter.
Yeah, exactly.
You just know
you think that'd be the norm. Here's Jackson buying time on 2nd and 7. And again, can improvise and pick up a first. Takes a big hit.
To get to 10, 6, and 1 to get in, I think.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Dancing around, finding Andrews. He needs help on the tackle. Look at Andrews. That is all Andrews keeping the drive going. First down. Here's Jackson again, trying to buy time. There's an open field over here. Look at him take off. He gets hammered from behind, but not until he picks up the first down. They'll be as tattered as that sign if they allow another one. 3rd and 10. Still keeping it alive, and Freeman almost makes the catch. Then he would have been near a first. My goodness. Hold your breath every time. Here's a 2nd and 7. Pump fake. Now throws it deep. And a flag's coming out on Minka Fitzpatrick, who is absolutely furious.
Jackson with pressure coming. Keeps the play alive. Jumps over a defender and still going. Does he have any room? And he comes close to a first down. Lamar into the end zone. Wide open touchdown. Duvernay with his 2nd of the game.
6 defensive backs for the Finns, likely in motion. And a block. Lamar moving up nicely. Gets it off. And the ball caught by Andrews, who is grabbed on the play by the defensive back Rowe. It's a gain of 6.
2 to snap it. They just get it off. Jackson in trouble. Able to get away. There goes Lamar Jackson for a first down.
Ravens forced 4 turnovers last week, all in the second half. They forced 2 today. Deep drop. Jackson looks downfield, wide open. Catches made, J.K. Dobbins. Spin move by Dobbins, and it's a first. Told us that Linderbaum from day one just looked like he belonged. He doesn't know if it's an Iowa thing like Marshall Yonda. Jackson somehow upright and throws it downfield. The bobble caught. A wild play. Duvernay on the receiving end. 3 yards on the ground. This is 3rd and 12 for Baltimore. Jackson senses the pressure. Now he's got room to work. Jackson veers, cuts it inside for a first down. 11th play of the drive. Jackson makes the move, throws, caught inside the 5.
He's excited to see him tonight, but probably not after that Hurst touchdown.
Oh, yeah, from the 36, Jackson stays alive in the pocket and throws it complete. A good finish of the reception by James Prochet, who takes it out to the 44-yard line. Linderbaum, the center, out. Tristan Cologne's first snap of the season. Back to Jackson. Nobody open. Chased by Wilson, but completes it anyway. One more time, Devin Duvernay.
We'll see.
Lamar Jackson keeps it, running between the tackles. On the move, Jackson to the outside, into field goal range at the 35-yard line. When you need it, dial him up for 20.
Torrey, no score in the second quarter. Jackson, fake on the pass, step up in the pocket. Jackson has room to run. Jackson will duck out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Jackson through the air, 3 of 6. He takes it here, breaking one tackle. Oh, he's as slippery as a raindrop as he gets down. Boy, they can be deep, can't they, at that back position? Dobbins out today. Time for Lamar. Blocked by Moses. Here comes Wright. There goes Jackson. Pump faking, driving out of bounds inside the 10. Walking the tightrope and taking it down to the 7.
But missing their tight end right now, Andrews. Jackson, as he does so often, is able to escape and picks up a first down up to the 29-yard line. That's Isaiah Likely. Running back is Edwards. Lamar will keep it himself. Exploits that hole. Keeps his balance. And gets out at midfield. Great run by Lamar Jackson. Hill is still in there. 2nd and 7. Jackson surveys, under pressure, throws, and it's in the back of the end zone. Hold in there by Likely. Touchdown. Boy, that rookie is having some night.
Mike Davis out there at tailback for the first time tonight. Fake it his way. Jackson protected, wanted to launch, and now able to get it to Davis out of the backfield, and a nice pickup. And Taylor on the sideline. Jackson breaks one tackle. And more. As he's knocked down just shy of the 10. Jackson keeps. Gets it. Still breaking tackles. Spinning down inside the 20.
Baltimore over 70% this year on 3rd and short. One of 3 teams in the league. This is one of the reasons why, because Lamar Jackson can make plays on 3rd and short.
Lamar on 3rd and 4. Rolls, fires, end zone, incomplete. Robinson could not hold on. So now the Ravens trailing for the first time today. Lamar dancing around the pocket, trying to buy time. Sneaks through. Here he is. Lamar Jackson somehow turns that into an 8-yard run. Lamar just takes the snap, rolling right on 3rd and 10, trying to get it, and he does. Lamar steps up. He's going to keep it himself. And he gets inside the 20-yard line. Another first down for Baltimore. Run 20 more plays than the Jaguars. Lamar in trouble. He's going to run it inside the 20. And Lamar all the way down to the 12-yard line on the final play of the 3rd.
Matt Burke, their first-year defensive coordinator, obviously has to be pleased. Jackson, somehow evades the sack. Jackson
a magician. First down run.
There's Flowers, just talked about him in motion. Lamar, pressure coming, tries to flick it, and he does to hell. What a play by Lamar Jackson to pick up 7 yards.
A flick to second, but you have to get screens started. That's your responsibility as the quarterback. Pump fake, little sidearm shovel pitch there. Very nicely done.
Fantastic job by Lamar. Lamar's going to run it this time. Great moves by Jackson. Oh, and he jumps over a defender and out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Play call, had to run to the sideline to get it. It is loud here in Cincinnati on 3rd and 3. Jackson dancing around the pocket, trying to get to the outside. He does, and he's got the first down and wisely stays inbounds.
Pressure coming against Jackson, and he gets away. They had a free shot on him, and he runs out of it for a first down.
Favor so far.
But right now, the Ravens are back in their own territory. Jackson looking to dial it up. Jackson has time. Jackson gets out of the pocket. He's going to throw on the move. Rainbow caught. Zay Flowers.
And they did, and now they're saying, oh, but that's Detroit now, which is different than when they thought.
Jackson to Andrews for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson lays it out there. Data from the practice squad today is now in there. Jackson, jab step, gets out of it. Jackson turns the corner, and he's out of bounds, upsetted himself. Jackson on the move, stop, throw, hits the open man at the 35. Zay Flowers, first down, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson waits for the last possible.
It's Lamar keeping it. And Lamar dancing around. Flings it to Flowers. Touchdown. Ten-yard strike to the rookie.
And a bad matchup on the outside here. It ends up being Zay Flowers against Harold Landry. Nice job by the young man to bounce back to the inside, find the opening. And Lamar with eyes down the field for the touchdown.
And they're going to go for 2 here. Lamar fakes it. Looking for something. Nice move. Lamar Jackson gets the first down.
Drive 3rd and 3.
Right here. See how tight they are now?
Jackson can't find anyone. Looking to take off and run. Bounces away. Still surveying. Still alive. Throwing it. Don't caught for the touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. This is the best that they have looked on offense for sure. Here, just going to dump it off to Edwards. There's no one in front of him. Gus Edwards running away. Edwards. Now one man to beat. Still going all the way down to the 10.
2nd and 10 from the 36. Jackson comfortable. Escapes left. Flips. And caught by Gus Edwards. Just shy of midfield. Jackson drops back. Pressure. Fires. Underthrow. But Bateman comes back to make the grab.
Watch the top of your screen. This is almost an ill-advised throw by Lamar Jackson. Wilson has unbelievable coverage. It looks like Wilson's the one.
6 now in game number 9 of this year. Jackson being chased. Able to get away and turn the corner. Back in the Seattle territory and down near the 35-yard line.
Go without a huddle here. Go 5 wide. Jackson under pressure. Slips away. Keeps it. Picks up the first down.
And ready to see what Monken called here on 3rd and 3. Some pressure here. Pushed down. Got back up. And escaping. Chased by Mack. Jackson with a stiff arm to the edge. Working on Kenneth Murray. He says he's got the first down. Let's see where that mark comes. Mark is just shy.
See that visually and adjust and make the throw.
Drive begins with play action. Jackson made a man miss and made something happen. Lamar Jackson got a block there from Edwards to turn a sack into a first down run of 11. Like not many can. For the Rams 49. Jackson to his left. Sets the feet and then chucks it down to the sideline for Likely. So after the safety, 2-point deficit for Jackson and the Ravens. He steps up in the pocket and takes off, and Lamar Jackson runs for a Ravens first down. 16 yards before Ernest Jones gets him.
We talked about him not really running as a running back anymore. More that quarterback being a little bit safer. In a game like this, I love this decision. You know, look at all that green grass in front of him, but here on the finish, there with your inability to close those out.
Empty set here. Jackson against three-man rush has all day. All day. He continues to dance around and now runs and crosses the 30. He got tackled by Jonah Williams. Deep drop. Good coverage. Jackson buying time. Still going, and Lamar Jackson tiptoes down the sideline. See where they spot him.
Not sure if it's the noise, the communication system, or both, but they get this off just in time. And Jackson, hemmed in, pops out, keeps it alive, and throws to Likely, the tight end, to the 31-yard line.
He doesn't look to run. He looks to throw. Watch him step up. In years past, maybe he takes off and runs with this. Maybe he should have. Who knows? This time he pulls back, little touch pass over the top, and that is really watching him grow.
They fake to him. Jackson with time again. Up and open downfield. This is where he makes his magic, and Lamar throws on the run. Complete, making a man missed is Rashad Bateman, who ends up picking up 9 yards before Darius Williams makes the stop. 3rd and 10. Jackson now escaping, comes to the right, stops, fires, over the middle, Bateman. First down into Jaguars territory at the 48-yard line.
Watch Calebon chase on number 45. Here he goes. He's just chasing him all over the place, and there's just nothing you can do. The minute you get close, he finds the receiver, and he comes up with a big play. I've seen teams try just about everything.
They get him out of the backfield and put him up at the top of the screen as a receiver. Jackson looking, waiting, taking off. Lamar stopped a yard short of it at the 21-yard line.
To get to Lamar Jackson. And Lamar is doing his Muhammad Ali impersonation back there and just dancing around, and eventually there's going to be a little gap, and he's either going to throw it for 20 yards or run for 9, and it's just...
The 30, Lamar Jackson retreating, setting everybody up for those moves to get the first down at the 37-yard line. It's like, come on back here, give me a little more space, and here I go.
I mean, watch how many moves. 1, 2, 3, 4 moves.
Final minute of the 3rd. From the 30, Lamar Jackson got out of a would-be sack, keeps it alive, and flings it in the air. It is brought in by Likely at the 5.
Look at this play. This is ridiculous. Coming over here. Okay, you got a sack, right? No problem. I missed him. I'm going to go get him again. Get him again. No, just throw it up in the air, and then let's have Likely go between two guys. Stop it.
Ravens organization raves about the structure and how they operate as a unit.
Jackson out to his right on first down. He's got the tight end Kohler. You try to bite off a little bit of the yardage if you're the Ravens to make the field goal try easier on Tucker. Jackson will do just that and get the first down. Still running and down near the 11.
And then once he gets outside the pocket, you're going to see Fred Warner, as you mentioned. He comes up, no chance whatsoever.
Possession started at the 5. They're already at the 44 of the 49ers. Brown coming on a blitz, can't bring down Jackson. This is Hill, and Justice Hill is tripped up.
Going to make the play in the backfield on Lamar Jackson, or whether or not he's going to make the play. And Jair Brown comes off the edge. He's not able to get to him. He's close. But as Jackson steps up and then gets the ball to Hill, times than not, he'll line up to his side in this ball game.
Jackson looked right, pulled it down, out he goes, and takes off. Out of bounds near another first down.
The wider the hole is. Yes, and Gus Edwards is the definition of a north-south runner, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
From the pocket. Cuts away from Chenal, who's trying to get after him for a second time, but the ball is thrown to the end zone, and it's caught. Flowers with the touchdown.
Watch right here. The ability, I talked about the poise of resetting the pocket. Go to the right, reset the pocket. You cannot cover that long. Chenal had an opportunity.
First down. He fakes it into the line. Needs help. Going to do it on his own. Here goes Lamar for about 12. Chris Jones is back in with the Chiefs. 2nd and 10. Lamar has time here and now breaks out of the pocket. Jones is there. He wiggles past him and he falls for about 9 yards. 1st and 10. Taking him way back. And now with an open field, he is something else. And they are able to contain him to only 5 yards.
The quarter begins with 2nd and 17, and the Chiefs leading by 10. Lamar Jackson chased by Chenal and Karlaftis to Likely downfield. Isaiah Likely with a block down the sideline. Likely inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar kept it alive and Likely finished the run. And the Ravens are right back in it.
And he makes a huge run after the catch to go with this play. Just fantastic football. I tell you, right now.
Stuff for the Ravens. He releases. Jackson steps up. Chased by Chenal. Got away. Spinning around the 30-yard line. First down for Lamar. Four-man rush. Jackson trying to escape. He's got some space here. Going to take off, go down to the 41-yard line.
Going against Roger Rosengarten, the 2nd-round pick out of Washington, is in at right tackle. Lamar dancing around the pocket. Crosby's there. Now Lamar, wide open, is Flowers. And Flowers is wrestled down by Jacorian Bennett.
3rd and 5. Hill the block. The blitz is on from Stone. The throw. Bateman 10, 5. You can put him in for a touchdown. 1st and 20. Here they come with the pressure from Hendrickson, who chases. Oh, look at him spin. Look at him corkscrew and try.
So elusive.
Look at he split downfield. Down to the 44.
Really good job because takeaways have been hard to come by for this Ravens defense.
Pressure on Jackson. Braswell can't get there. Downfield, he's got Bateman. Great move. Rashad Bateman looking for a block. Down inside the 10.
Well, Bateman, he wins right away. Antoine Winfield just lets him run right past him. And if it weren't for Braswell being there on Jackson, it would have been a touchdown. But giving up a lot of size to Derrick Henry. He's just trying to protect himself. But a good call. You can't go low.
Jackson gets out of there. Tryon Shoyinka chasing him, and the pass is caught by Andrews on the sideline for 8. Not finished before 6:30 or 7 at night. As Lamar Jackson just takes off, and he turns on his jet.
Andrews, top of your screen. Jackson dancing in the backfield. Jackson in trouble. Throws toward Andrews. Makes a diving play, but he's short of the first down. Who had so many iconic calls for the Cleveland Browns. Lamar Jackson on 2nd down, dancing out of the pocket, trying to run away from the defense. He does it better than anybody, and he gets across the 40. They've converted their last couple of 3rd downs. They were 0 for their first 5. Pressure's coming. Jackson across his body, incomplete. He had Bateman.
Matters so much.
On first down, down 6. Jackson, he's in trouble in the end zone. Got a little freedom. Now he's going to run it. He was in trouble for a moment, and now he explodes for a first down and more. Baltimore with 3 timeouts left. Plenty of time. Down 6. They need a touchdown. Blitz is coming. He avoids it. Throws on the run. He's got Flowers. And Flowers comes back and makes the catch.
Steps up from the heat. Slides, throws, completes the pass to Flowers for the touchdown.
Take his time, and then from there, you can't cover this long. It's a zone coverage that turns into a match.
But they are so much better on the edge.
Second down and 10. Jackson out of the pocket. Always dangerous. Proves it again.
But definitely not putting up the numbers they did earlier a couple years ago.
3rd and 7. Jackson floats one. Andrews gets out of bounds. And you got a flag down. Jackson pressured. Can't be brought down from behind. Gets the pass away and it's caught. Bateman. Justice Hill in the backfield. Send him out to the right. Jackson backing up, backing away, under pressure, and down the sideline he goes. Lamar Jackson, can he stay in bounds all the way? He stopped inside the 1.
When a game is on the line, you better get him down. B.J. Hill, with his little stunt move, has a chance to keep contained. Once he got out, I think maybe some of the defenders thought he was out of bounds, but look at him, shaking people, takes it almost, good blocks downfield, the big center, Linderbaum. Look at Hill giving you an effort.
He's now at 39% on his completion rate. 2nd and 10. Jackson didn't see anything he liked downfield, keeps it alive. Jackson out of the pocket, step up and throw, and it bounces off the receiver, Flowers. This is now a 3rd and 9 at the 46. 1:26 to go. Jackson on the move. Jackson pulls the trigger, and he's got Justice Hill looping to the outside. First down, Baltimore.
Lamar doing what Lamar does, and now floating it for Andrews. A little bit of a juggle, but he was able to catch it, secure it before he went out of bounds. Jackson is able to dump it off. Andrews is good enough for a first down. Good play. Chased by Bosa. Jackson, Flowers. And the catch is good.
And they fake it to Henry. Lamar escapes for a moment, and then a second time. Plants the feet and fires. Wide open. Zay Flowers with the wiggle. A second time. And finally brought down at the 18-yard line by Isaiah Rodgers.
4 minutes, 2 before and 2 after.
3rd and 7. Lamar about to step into trouble. Then pirouettes and takes off. He's going to get the first down. And the Ravens have a chance to do what they do better than get a victory today. 3rd and 8. And with pressure, look at him pull it down. That is Andrews for the second time.
They pass defense.
2nd and 6. Look in the pass. Still looking. Now takes off. Got the first down. Able to slip past Rodgers.
Now you get to study yourself fully, and you'll really be able to shore up some of the details of the negative stuff and strengthen the positives.
3rd and 3, and this will probably end it. We got a flag. Hold on a minute. He's going to put a highlight together for us. Gosh, he's out of bounds with 7 seconds. There is a flag. He just ripped off a run of about 40 yards.
Jackson out of the pocket again. Buying time. Now coming back the other way. Lamar, he's going to run it. He's got a lot of room to run into Giants territory and still going. Jackson with a big one for Baltimore.
That sometimes they'll just give it to Henry and yell, go. And then he gets out of the way. Jackson on the run, wide open. Aguilar, he's got it.
Pass rush is going to be important. They wanted to get this Baltimore offense in the second and long. Jackson break contained and bursts up the sideline. Lamar Jackson.
So take a look here. They go inside move. Typically on these ETs, this 3-technique D tackle, someone has to set the edge of the pocket. They don't. Will Anderson goes inside, and that's where nicer here at halftime watching Beyonce without worrying about win and lose.
Jackson on 2nd and 10 avoids the sack. Now Jackson looking to run, looking to throw, looking to connect. Andrews on the run, down the sideline. Andrews accelerates inside the red zone. From Jackson to Andrews. Play action for Jackson. Pump. Jackson steps on the brakes, extending the play, throws end zone, touchdown. Isaiah Likely. Lamar Jackson making magic in H-Town.
Into the flat to Isaiah Likely, but it's initially really well defended. But how many times have we said it? Nobody can get Lamar Jackson on the
sidearm sling there with Diabate bearing down on him. Now on the move. And will just take off and dance back into the field and then skips out of bounds. Jackson, protection breaking down, flips it across, and that is Henry who makes the catch and muscles down to the 30 before Diabate got him down. Picked up 11 and a first down. Jackson wanted to go downfield and escapes, still trying to create something, still going, slips another tackle. That's an incredibly exciting 13-yard run as he's finally dragged down at the 35.
Let's look at Myles Garrett right now.
Going this direction with the win, they need about 20 more yards. Justin Tucker has kicked a 56-yarder this year and a 66-yarder in his career, but it's challenging. Andrews, did he keep both feet in? Yes! Catch made at the 46, down to 12 seconds left.
You could feel it was a different team.
I have no problem with either winning it.
Yep.
Look at the time he's got. And when he has that time and can't find anybody, this is what he does.
He's got to be smart in how he utilizes where he wants to throw this football.
2nd down and 6. Pressured. Can't get him. Throws. Open. Andrews. Well into field goal range at worst to the 25. He goes 2nd and goal.
There's no sack. Quick throws. Someone's got to win one-on-one.
Jackson. Flushed out. Extends, throws on the run, caught, touchdown, Justice Hill.
Been able to move the football out to the 39 and a new set of downs. Now trying to go up top. No, he won't. He'll take off. Able to get free again for a big gain as 3 Bill defenders collide.
These are 2 of the best teams in the NFL at keeping the quarterback right here. Do not let him get outside. Cage him in. When he sees a little opening, he's going to get there as fast as any quarterback ever.
In his back end for the Bills defense. Coming after him. Again, running away from it. Throws on the run, and it's caught. Caught in stride and taken off down to the 46.